Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing having an amazing day full of magic, love, and happiness. I want to share with you that you're a genius. You are special. You mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is the world's greatest eye. So we have the all-seeing eye, we talk about the third eye, we have the ideas of Illuminati, excuse me. My nose is just on something else today. So back to it. What is all of these symbolism? What is all this? I call it nonsense, but what are we talking about here? So, how I go about observing and creating my belief systems is how anything affects me. Yes, I said how it affects me. When I talk about the Illuminati, I see how, if, and when does it affect me? The all-seeing eye. How is it affecting me? And I don't think about in the astral realm, I don't think about the metaphysical. I'm talking about like what direct impact does this have for me? Now I hear you. If you're a strong believer, if you're living life through the paradigm of the best way to think is by not thinking, or even a little bit into the intermediate phase, you're going to say, well, you don't have to believe it, it's affecting you. Well, when I look at my life and what I want to accomplish, I decided the best life for me is when I can be the person that I want to be. And as long as I'm doing that, and nothing else matters. I don't care about Illuminati. I don't care about the all-seeing eye. I don't care about any other symbol. When I can create the reality that I want, nothing else matters. And I believe that you would feel the exact same way if you would embrace who you are. You are an infinite being that can create pleasantness, oneness. You can upregulate your genes. You can create the emotional state in the present moment that the future dream is going to bring you. This is to me the greatest gift that exists. Is this the third eye? Is this Illuminati? Is this like what is this? Dude, I don't even know. Like, I don't study like occult things. What I know is that I'm a human being. I have a brain. I have a heart. I've realized throughout my journey, personal testimony, personal journey, and sharing this art of living through the heart and listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza, looking at the facts of epigenetics. Epi means above the gene. Looking at the unified quantum field that shows my thoughts and my emotions change an outcome in my future. Listening to Dr. Bruce Lipton, listening to Sadhguru. His biggest thing is inner engineering. He claims that, and I believe his claim, I live by his claim, that our world is so externally engineered to the perfect T, to the perfect decimal, that one man can push a button and destroy everything. What is this though? Well, let's take the most affluent country on the planet, the United States. 70% of its inhabitants are under pharmaceutical medication. So does this mean love? Does this mean happiness? Is this like an amazing society that needs to take pharmaceutical medicine, which in essence lowers your pH and lowers your immune system? This means you're going to be unhealthy, you're very acidic, and you're becoming more zombie. You're not controlling your own like systems, your own immune system can't fight. You're not allowing your hormones to create, up to upregulate your genes. What happens? Well, is this an example of an amazing society? Well, you can claim, well, this is exactly what the Illuminati is. Well, how about we just screw all of that and look, investigate, instead of spending hours investigating all these nonsense things that aren't going to bring any life into your life unless you're going to go into like some occult group and like literally do things that people hear about, like kids and kidnaps and blood and all. I mean, if you want to do that, this isn't your video, okay? If you want to empower yourself, if you want to feel like, wow, like believe, those thoughts that come to you after your first awakening, when you realize you can be conscious, that's your first awakening. Those thoughts of like you are a god, you do carry the spirit that is everything. In and out of you, there is an energy that permeates everything. If you believe that you are an infinite, amazing, beautiful being, then I challenge you to forget about external world and make your inner world more real than your outer world. Because what I have learned in my journey is that we can upregulate our genes. I don't need pills to elevate my immune system. With the heart, you can create right now the emotion you want. Why is this important? Am I a hippie? Am I a tree hugger? Like, what am I? I'm simply looking at the facts, man. I'm looking at, okay, so I have a brain. The brain can create words, can create numbers. I can imagine, there's a third eye, there's the electrical sensation. And then I have a heart, and I know that science puts it 60 times more powerful than the brain. So, if I want to create something, am I going to use the lesser instrument or the greater instrument? If I want to manifest, if I want to be happy, what should I use? Should I use the brain or should I use the heart? Well, like, I don't even think about it. Are you going to think about it? If you have to race and you have the option, you have two vehicles, and whoever wins gets this big prize of money. You have two instruments, okay? You have a Honda Accord, a base model Honda Accord, and you have a Bugatti. What car, saying that you can use any of them, what car are you going to use to get to the finish line? That's the same question I asked myself whenever I realized, oh, I have a heart. Oh, I can create the emotional experience inside consciously that I want right now. When you step into this life, you don't need anything else and you don't care about anything else because we realize we know the end result of any experience in our life is an emotion. Okay, so you want $1 million. You don't care about happiness. You don't care about spirituality. You don't care about paradigms. None of that. That's fine. So you want $1 billion, right? Okay, cool. Let me give you $1 billion. What is that going to cause? It's going to cause a change in your biochemistry. Anything. It could be the dream job, the dream car, the dream amount of money. It's not about the physical thing. It's about the emotions, the chemicals that are produced because of that. So once we start increasing our intelligence, and it's very easy to look it up, like what's the end effect, what's happiness, what's this and that, we realize that what we're after is the emotions, the energy that's associated with the outcome, excuse me, with the action. The action is having $1 billion. The outcome is the sensation of empowerment, of happiness, bliss, ecstasy, perhaps even tears, right? That's what we want, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want $1 million. I mean, everyone wants $1 million. But what everybody doesn't know, that's going to cause a change in their biochemistry. So whenever you're happy, your biochemistry, we can look at your chemistry, it will look a certain way. Whenever you're depressed, we can look at your chemistry and it will look another way. So what we are after is a change in our chemistry. So I invite you to open your eyes, accept to be conscious, accept that you have these instruments. You have a body, you have a brain, and you have a heart. The body is the most dense, the heart is the most powerful, the brain is the gateway. So which one are you going to use? And I promise you, you can create right now the sensation that you want to feel ahead of the actual experience. This is the world's greatest gift. I hope you've liked this video. I ask that you share this. You comment below your thoughts about life, your thoughts about Illuminati. How empowered do you feel you are, or how powerless do you feel that we are? And I'd love to hear it and get back to you all. And also share with me topics that you'd like for me to cover in the future. Please comment, subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the side of light. Goodbye.